This is a tutorial for Edelweiss, and I'd like you to bear with me because we're going to do this for all voice parts. When we get to the middle, sopranos, you'll have to just kind of cool your jets a little bit because the tenors are going to jump down and join the lower parts. So it's just easier, for me anyway, to do one video. So thanks for your patience. As we begin, I've written in quiet and contemplative, and we are not doing it as a solo. So you will notice that every couple bars we're going to be dropping the dot off the half note, putting in a quarter rest, and taking a breath. Same thing here. Top of page 5, we'll go to the end of the line and drop the dot, quarter rest, and a breath. Again, if you see this marking, this is a direction to me. That's where the phrase is headed, or the top of the phrase. You don't have to pay too much attention to that. Middle, measure 19. We retarded in the last measure. We'll be back to tempo here. Here again, drop the dot and drop the dot. Bottom of the page, carry. We go on through to the end of the line, and here we are going to drop the dot in the last measure. This is we're going to go a little faster. Più mosso means more motion, and I just wrote anticipate più mosso. So be watching, because we're going to speed up a little bit as we turn to page 4. Più mosso, poco più mosso, a little more motion. I wrote in quickening of the heart, love and joy, and anticipation. Blossom of snow. Now here, that is for you. NB meaning no breath. And drop the dot at the end of the top line. Middle of page 4. Drop the dot at the end with a little retard. Then we're back to tempo at measure 35, back to the original tempo of the beginning, and contemplative as before. Drop the dot, and again, drop the dot. Top of page 5, nothing special going on. Middle of page 5, nothing special going on. Bottom of the page is accompaniment. So we're now on page 6, and we're in 2 parts. Remember that the sopranos only are going to be singing the top line. There's going to be very little, but pay attention, sopranos. All the altos, tenors, and basses get to sing the tune. Here, because the rhythm is slightly different, we're not going to drop the dot this time. We're going to go and cut off on beat 1 because we have this change of rhythm. Edelweiss, Edelweiss. Carry over to the downbeat of the next measure. We'll cut off the note on the rest. Every morning you greet me. Carry over to the downbeat of the next bar. Is small and white, clean and bright, and cut off. Now, I missed something. Sopranos, we're going to go back to the middle of the page, and I want you right there. This is bar 56, the end of the second line. Would you please change that half note to a quarter note, put in a quarter rest, and take a breath? Sorry about that. We are now on the top of page 7. You look happy to meet me, and we'll all drop the dot and take a breath. But that is a very different melodic line than before, so don't let it catch you by surprise. We're still sopranos on top, alto, tenor, bass on the bottom. It's the same tempo as before. Blossom of snow, may you bloom and grow. That's the trickiest rhythm in the whole thing. It's not that hard, but it is tricky. I'll sing it again. Blossom of snow, may you bloom and grow. Not sure why they decided to do that. Seems a little funky to me. But if we all do it together, we'll be fine. And sopranos, no breath here at the bottom of the page in the last two bars, and no breath as you turn the page. Soprano or alto, tenor, and bass, hold on to the full dotted half note and cut off on the next downbeat. Sopranos, you have not breathed as you turn the page, and back. This is kind of like it was at the beginning of this little rhythmic variation. Edelweiss, Edelweiss, but not Edelweiss, but Edelweiss. So it's a little different than you're used to. So be aware and cut off on the downbeat of the next bar. Bless my homeland forever. Notice we're going to accelerate here. Carry over to the bottom of the page. Oops, sorry about that. Hope I didn't give you an upset tummy. And we're gonna, the full dotted half note, cut off on beat 1 here. And we have a little bit of a key change, a big retard here for the accompaniment, and then we're back in tempo. Audience is probably gonna join us here. We used to be 92 beats per minute. Now we're going to be just a little faster at 96. Sopranos and tenors are back on the top line, altos and basses on the bottom. And I wrote in joy, certainty, and faith. So, as we were doing before, Edelweiss, drop the dot, quarter rest, take a breath. Same thing here. By the way, we're on page 9. And at the bottom of the page, sing the whole 4 bars, drop the dot at the end, a little bit of a retard. We're tempo at 96, again small and white, drop the dot. Clean and bright, drop the dot. You look happy to... Oops, went to the wrong place. Meet me, drop the dot in bar 103. The only reason I wrote AB here is because I want to pay special attention to you because you have a slightly different thing going on. No breath here in bar 105. Top of page 11. Drop the dot in the second bar. I'm going to carry through to here, and in bar 111 we're going to drop the dot. Edelweiss, drop the dot. And I attention because it's just a lot slower here. Molto retard. In this particular spot, sopranos and all tenors are going to sing the lower note. First, sopranos that feel comfortable can go to the top. Otherwise, sing the lower note. Drop the dot. Much slower for our coda as we go to the last page. Bless my homeland, drop the dot. Little faster. Bless my dear homeland. We're going to change that half note to a quarter note. Quarter rest, take a breath. And then a little slower again. Retard here. This is singer's choice. Altos and basses, sing the note you like here. And then we're back to tempo. You're just holding on to notes, but let's make sure you catch the change here. There'll be a retard. So it's mainly Cindy who has to pay attention to me, but you do too. And then fermata at the end. Okie dokie, thank you.